This is the Karnataka edition of the Newshour at 9. I'm joining you tonight from the Silicon Valley of India, Bengaluru. But tonight it looks more like a slugfest that has been on in Bengaluru, where 18 MLAs have been literally carried out on the shoulders of the support staff in the assembly. The 4% Muslim quota is once again in the spotlight here. Today, amidst a massive uproar and showdown in the Vidhan Sauda, Congress government passed the bill for 4% Muslim quota in government contracts. The move has stoked a massive political storm. As the bill was passed, BJP MLAs stormed the well of the house and chanted slogans. In fact, BJP has claimed that this was an attempt to appease the minority and has promised to challenge this bill legally. However, the Congress has justified that there was nothing unconstitutional and that the bill was good for the society. Now, what is being seen as a balancing act, Karnataka government has also organized a Cauvery Aarti in Bengaluru. According to Congress government, Cauvery Aarti Campaign aims to create awareness about water conservation, but the decision has drawn flack, with the BJP reminding the Congress and Rahul Gandhi of the anti-Mahakumbh remarks and Sanatan slander when for this Ganga Aarti or Cauvery Aarti, they have called in all the priests to somehow appease in actions, if not in visuals, if not in really actions as far as lawmaking is concerned. Listen in to the war of words.
On the advice and aid of Rahul Gandhi, Siddaramaiah-ji, the Chief Minister of Karnataka, has eaten into the reservation which was due for the OBCs and has diverted it to the Muslims. This is not only unconstitutional, this is height of appeasement. Rahul is unfit for a sound political decision.
इन सबसे यही स्पष्ट होता है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी चुनावी हिंदू पार्टी है, दिखावा सिर्फ करती है, परंतु उसके मन में हिंदुओं के प्रति नफरत है.
As an elected government, going by the constitution, we have taken every steps according to the law. So when we are right according to the law, nobody can stop us from implementing anything for the good of the society.
We are doing Cauvery Aarti. Then one day, 1 month, the pledge will take place to save water. So that is our government program. We are not for politics. We are for development.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining me tonight, Shehzad Poonawalla, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Senior Fellow, IPCS. Also joining me on the show, Mohammad Tariq Khan, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. But my first question goes to Congress supporter Tehseen Poonawalla. And Tehseen Poonawalla, just what is the Constitution, what does the Constitution mean to the Congress Party? If religious-based quotas actually come in, aren't you flouting the same constitution that Rahul Gandhi carries in his pocket every day? And then when you do that, when you suspend 18 MLAs for 6 months, is that the best democracy example that you're setting for this country?
Thank you so much, Navika, for having me on the show. At the onset, let me take this opportunity to congratulate the Karnataka government for this historical bill to undo the historical wrongs that have been done with our fellow citizens, and to burst the canards of the BJP that this is a pro-Muslim bill. It is pro-minorities, every single minority, including Christian Sikhs. If our fellow citizens are left behind, the success of the inclusion program of the SC, ST, OBC shows us that it is now time to have a national debate, and I welcome this to take this further to other people who are disempowered. And if you have poor disempowered contractors getting work, why should anybody try and divide society? Ultimately, we are all one nation and we should progress together as one nation. The fruits of progress should reach every section of society, but the BJP will make this Hindu-Muslim forgetting. 4% reservation, including in jobs, exists for Muslims in a state where the BJP is in government, in Andhra Pradesh.
Shehzad Poonawalla.
नाविका, today is a black day for democracy. किधर है संविधान, किधर है मोहब्बत की दुकान? It is only भाईजान and भाईजान because they want to run the vote bank की दुकान. First of all, is it as per संविधान to give the reservation on basis of religion? Did Ambedkar ji anticipate Muslim reservation, and that too in government contracts? And Navika, you yourself are in Bengaluru in Karnataka, I am told. Now you go on the next flyover, you just check whether it is made by M for meritorious contractor or it is made by M for Muslim contractor. I mean, this is the realm of ridiculousness that you are even giving the government contract based on religion, and whose contract is actually being snatched away. The SC, ST, OBC contract is being snatched away and given to the vote bank. And this is the Congress's old DNA. First of all, we have seen that they have said that first right of resources belongs to Muslims. Now we have seen a halal budget 3-4 days ago. There they have said that the Muslim girls will get self-defense training. Why Neha Hiremat does not require it? They are saying that Hajj house will be built. What about other religions? They are saying that the allowance will be given to imams. What about the priests of other religions? They are saying that they will build Muslim residential colonies. What about other communities? So this is a Jinnah mindset. And Navika, Tehseen made two statements. One, that there is a historical wrong. Tehseen ji, who has ruled Karnataka for maximum period of time, it is the Congress government by 2 or 3:1 ratio towards the BJP. Point number two, he says that ST, SC, OBC, there is a basis for SC, ST, OBC Arakshan in the constitution of social and economic backwardness. But nowhere it is said that the entire community of the Muslims can be categorized as backward. In Andhra Pradesh, for instance, the backward Muslims get it. The Pasmandas get it. Why should the Sayyids get the claim on Pasmanda right? So it is actually not even fair to the Muslim community that the Sayyids will get a share in this contract business, whereas they should only give it to the Pasmanda. So therefore I tell Tehseen Poonawala ki band karo ye vote bank ki dukaan and tell us where is the Samvidhan in this entire move. And where is the Loktantra? Loktantra ki awaaz ye hoti nahi rahi.
I want to ask you, the budget of the Karnataka government, what does it talk about? It gives money, to protect Muslim lands. Are there Muslim colonies and Hindu colonies? Are we doing another division of India? When they have classes or, self-defense classes, only the minority girls will be provided government aid to teach them self-defense. What about the other women and the other girls who go to colleges, schools and out to work? No self-defense classes for them. And on top of this 4% reservation in quotas here. The UP government, they had proposed this. Even in the recent Lok Sabha elections, they had put in their manifesto that there would be reservation in sports as well as in private contracts, in fact in public contracts. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, is this now the DNA of the Congress party, that they think minorities just because that is the vote bank they want to consolidate?
So, Navika, it is actually far more than just being Jinnah, like Shehzad said. This is how segregation in the south of the US and apartheid in South Africa started. It was meant to be separate but equal, and the excuse given for racial segregation was that there were some communities that needed special help, and therefore they needed the same thing but different to be set up. It was the exact same argument in the Jim Crow South. It was the exact same argument in South Africa. Now, unfortunately, it seems the INC, the Indian National Congress, has completed its transition into becoming the Pakistan Muslim League. And, it follows the exact same pattern of Jinnah's accelerating demands at partition. If you remember, Navika, he first said that the partition of India should happen at the village level, where every village would have a tiny Pakistan enclave in there, and Hindus and Muslims would be confronting each other every single day. So when you take the fact how Jim Crow and South African apartheid was justified, and then combine it with Jinnah's mindset here today, that the Congress is embodying, that is exactly what happened. And finally, what did Jinnah accelerate his demands to? It was an absolute veto on any kind of two-thirds majority that would happen in parliament, that the Muslims would have a veto on every single thing. So you add this to Jitni Abadi Utni Haq, to basically the way that they are now copying Jinnah's every move. This is going towards a minority veto on any kind of majority decision. You will ultimately see that if the INC goes this way, we are going to end up like Lebanon, and most possibly in a civil war like Lebanon.
Tariq Khan, if you're so secular, as the India Alliance says they are, then why does secularism force anybody to go just one way, appeasement of one section of the society? Doesn't secularism by definition mean that you are religion agnostic? If there are people who deserve reservations, they will get reservations in the economically weaker section. Why should a religion be described? If there is any self-defense classes to be held, why should it be only for Muslim girls? Why should it not be other girls? I want to ask you, in every decision on policy making, why does religion have to creep in? And is this a constitution that the India Alliance has been holding up to show the nation? Clearly the nation doesn't believe you, which is why you're still in opposition.
If we oppose this reservation, we must read what is Article 15.4 and Article 16.4. Okay, we must go home. I'm recommending everybody just go back and read out what is Article 15.4 and 16.4. Point number one. There is not only Muslim reservation in this provision. 24% reservation for SC/ST and 19% reservation in different categories for OBC. Okay. Now, let me tell out about a new Jinnah. His name is Chandrababu Naidu. What he said, this new Jinnah of BJP, what he said, that I will give salaries to Imam. He's not Jinnah. Or Shahzad Poonawala, kick out this Jinnah. He always used this word kick out. So, this Jinnah says that we will give salaries to Imam. We will give rupees to Muslims to go for Hajj. We will build mosque. We will give lots of things. We will give 4% reservation to Muslims. This is not Jinnah. Okay. Now in Uttar Pradesh, there has been 76 central OBC lists. You know, 24 are Muslims. This is Jinnism. Why you have included these 24 people in OBC list? Kick them out.
Please respond to Tariq Khan.
First of all, a person who comes from South India is being called as Jinnah by Mr. Tariq Khan. He should know that 15,000 is given to Hindu priests. That the allowances for other religious priests have also been increased in Andhra by the NDA government. Point number one, it's not been done for one community. Point number two, he has said that please read out Article 15.4. Article 15.4 exclusively talks about SC/ST and talks about social and economic backwardness as the only basis for the determination of backwardness and reservation therefore. And the Indira Jarsani case has also said that religion cannot be a basis. So actually Mr. Tariq Khan has proven me right. And thirdly, please don't interrupt Mr. Tariq Khan. Mr. Tariq Khan, please let a Pasmanda speak. You are already encroaching upon my rights. Now you are already taking my rights to speak also. Now please let me complete. And lastly, Navika, if there is a backward Muslim or a person who's educationally, socially backward and belongs to Muslim community, nobody is denying him, but he gets the reservation under the EWS part. He gets the reservation under the OBC backwardness part. There is no need to cultivate an entire category for Muslims irrespective of whether they are backward or not. In this particular category, even Azim Premji can apply and take the contract. Is Azim Premji backward economically or socially? Why should Azim Premji get the benefit under this Muslim contract scheme? So therefore my point is that
respond to this very logical question that arises from the bill that has been passed by Karnataka.
The BJP spokesperson is as wrong and as lost as a deer on a highway in front of headlights. First of all, the EWS reservation itself has exposed how people who are financially well off have scammed the system and taken EWS reservation. Pooja is one example of that, who is being investigated. They show the income, they take 1 year leave and show the income less than 8 lakhs a year. In EWS, which by the way was anti-constitutional.
She became IAS during UPA.
Now let me come to 15.4. 15.4.
No. The deer in the headlight. The deer in the headlights is who, Tehseen? Please decide. Abhijit, would you be the judge on that one?
Can I please make my point? If I'm going to be interrupted, I never interrupted anybody.
Should I? Or is Tehseen?
No, please make Abhijit, please.
Okay, complete your point, Tehseen. 30 seconds.
15.4 is not only about scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. It is very clear that nothing in this article or in clause 2 of Article 29 shall prevent the state from making any special provision for the advancement of any socially and educationally backward classes of citizens or for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. It is or, but the or has been conveniently taken away by the BJP spokesperson. That is the point.
But then socially Socially backward why does socially backward only read Muslims for you?
It doesn't.
Is the question that I take to Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
So let me
Abhijit,
quote.
20 seconds, please.
Can I just quote Article 16(4) of the Constitution, Navika? Nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any provision for the reservation of appointments or posts in favor of any backward class of citizens which in the opinion of the state is not adequately represented in the services of the state. Now, services of the state is not contracts of the state. This is about government jobs. This is not about government contracts. So nowhere in the Constitution does it mention partitioning of assets. Essentially what this is the partition style partitioning of assets, where Pakistan gets the silver carriage, India gets the gold carriage, India gets, Hindus get 2/3 of state revenue, Pakistan gets 1/3 of the state revenue. This is going to be challenged in court, and it will, mark my words, Navika, it will be found unconstitutional.
Absolutely, just like such reservation that was done by the Congress government in Andhra Pradesh, when Andhra Pradesh was undivided and the Supreme Court had turned out that religious reservation, this one going the legal way too. But why will the Congress do lip service to the minority community? Think about that. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my guests for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Good night and be safe.